One Piece 1135. We're coming to the end of the Kuma Bonney backstory. I think we got 2 more episodes left. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what we have in store. I have a feeling Bonnie's probably going to become a pirate soonish, and we're going to find that Kuma is becoming less and less human. So,
yeah,
we'll see how things go. I'm Mike.
Tasha.
And we're Billion Beri. Let's go.
Aha! Yep, to the sea where my father is.
Okay. So. Intro validated.
Pirate Bonnie incoming. Okay, so this is Luffy's home.
Yep.
Oh, he's training. And Kuma was there! Age 16. I'm glad they spell it out.
Time to set sail.
Aww.
Dragon. あんた、この国に異常に詳しい。しかも、国の外れの小さな村に足を伸ばし、一人の少年を目で追っていた。
Even dragons keeping tabs.
Yep.
俺を殺したいのなら続けろ。子は親の弱点だ。
悪かった。
Forcefully keeping your distance so you don't get him in trouble.
Yep.
So he can't be used as leverage.
Yep. Don't want to make him just a pawn.
これ必殺技だな。使うのは相当な敵を相手にした時だ。海賊になって仲間集めするだろ。そうしたら誰かやられて捕まる時もある。そん時だ。あれは許さねえ。相手が誰だろうと。
He's role playing him all out his head.
I mean, you did use it against Arlong and saved Nami, so
that's
no,
true.
No lies told.
誰だ。なんだ今の気配。ゾワッときた。
海賊たちが商船を襲い逃走中。
先に行く。お前たちも追ってこい。
ありがとうございます。もう少しで手遅れになるところでした。
Huh, that was a shot. Saint Kuma.
I mean, he really kinda is.
全員自首しろ。
はい。
Wow.
Okay,
no
he surrendered.
Just immediately down on the ground begging for mercy.
世界は図鑑の絵や写真では表現しきれない。
Love your father.
Yep.
まだかな。まだかな。まだかな。まだかな。
Now.
仕事忙しいってのもあるだろうし、ニュースクーのミスもある。
お父さん手紙たくさん書くって言ってたのに。そのうち届くよ、ボニー。
Unless they're being intercepted before she's allowed to read them by
Probably.
Alpha
Yep.
here.
Probably a whole bunch of letters that she never got.
いや、新聞だけだ。
Yep.
また手紙っすか。
ええ。これで何通目？
月に10通ペースですから、もう何十通かと。
You could at least let her have the letters.
ボニーへ。くだらねえ。
You demon.
君を愛してる。
Now, see, what she doesn't realize is this is gonna make Bonnie leave.
Yeah. Oops. Gorilla!
Jeez. How do you age into gorilla?
ボニー、元の姿に戻りなさい。
え？
おやおや、毎日ご苦労様。
おかしいわね。 錯覚かしら。
頭もすっきりして。
飛べそうなくらい体が軽い。
Yeah, you're no longer banging your head on the rafters.
Right?
自我を失うとはどうなることだ。
記憶や感情がなくなるの。受け入れろなんて無理よ。大切な人がいるならなおさら。
しかし完成間際まで最低限の意識は保てるようにする。
It's not much of a consolation prize.
Not really.
また手紙か。
時間がある限り伝え続ける。俺はボニーを愛している。あと1年で一生分の思いを綴るつもりだ。
いいな。
大きくなったろうな。
そう変わるか。
この手紙がいつ届くかわからないが、ボニー、9歳の誕生日おめでとう。私は今、ベガパンクの研究。
No. Oh, there's a pizza.
Now we're talking. Oh, nice. A little sketch art.
She gonna sneak out? She's like, I know something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
ない。手紙来ないな。9歳になったよ。お父さん、
Oh yeah, like no birthday letter.
手紙くれるって言ったじゃん。
I would immediately think that Alpha was keeping the letters from me if I were her. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way I would just believe my dad isn't writing me.
No, I suspect we're gonna see an attempted jailbreak soon.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if you don't believe you're being duped, then you think something's really wrong.
Yeah.
しかしまた何も言わず去って行かれました。クマがそうしたいのなら追うな。きっと
Starting to become a little more cold.
俺たちに言えぬ。
Hey!
Uh-huh.
Now they're gone.
西が消えた。外に出たい。
ダメよ。
You have to wait 6 more months.
Right?
私たちは10歳の誕生日まで看護するよう言われてるの。
嘘だ。ベガパンクは1年で治るって言ってたもん。もう1年経ったよ。もう治ったもん。ほっといて。
Dang. Child abuse.
Yeah.
アルファたちは政府の諜報部員だよ。
看護師じゃねえのか。
How dumb are you?
手紙を一通もよこさないクマだって。変だろ。
Connie knows what's up. It's time to go, Bonnie.
漁業たちに話はつけてある。港へお行き、ボニー。海に出てお父さんに会っておいで。会えるの？
That's where she gets the hat.
And is she gonna walk out looking like
会
Connie?
えるさ。
Mm-hmm. Connie MVP.
あら、
王宮に帰るよ。
そう、お気をつけて。
Did I not call that, or did I not call
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought.
that?
これが外。
Hmm.
土、風、草、空。
Wow.
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet!
It's been a long time since you felt any of this.
I'm not sure she ever really has,
Uh-oh. Are you far enough away that Alpha's not seeing this?
right?
太陽。
奇跡じゃ。神様はおる。
出航だ。
Uh-oh.
ボニーはどこ？コニーをさっき外へ。
Say nothing.
ボニーだよ。
Yes, a clever deception.
結構しといたぜ。
Yeah,
Oh,
so
geez.
set sail. Get gone.
Who's
Oh,
tricking
no.
who? Uh-oh. demon
Found
mode
out way
activate.
too quick. Doesn't matter. She can hop on air.
Yeah, she's gonna have shave, right? So, or skywalk.
ここで捕まったらまた
Time to invent NDE.
Right?
お父さんどうすればねえお父さんニカってどんな姿なの
それは誰も知らないが、
ニカ
Kuma as Nika. That was cool.
Cake.
Yeah. All that pizza went somewhere. Oh,
How can she do that?
right? She went gear third.
Yeah.
ゴムのような性質を持ち、空想のままに戦ったそうだ。
Yeah, so how does Bonnie do it?
Well, because it's distorted future, so she's like, is this some kind of illusion or something? Eat fist, bitch.
Ooh.
人質ボニーの脱走はすぐに世界政府に伝わり、父を探す漁船はやがてルフィたちに並ぶ新時代の海賊船へと変貌していく。
Well, now we also know how she got her crew. Half of her crew is just the guys that helped raise her.
Yeah, really. Huh. Okay.
Wow. So, yeah, that's interesting.
Boy, Alpha was a chump.
Yeah, one punch and she's gone. Like,
Just
dang.
got Bellamy'd in the face right in the ocean.
What was she? CP-97?
She's CP drowned now, probably.
Yeah.
But wow.
That's it's pretty weak.
Yeah.
But I just, that doesn't make any sense to me that she could grow her limbs larger and do the things that Luffy does. Like, what the heck is her freaking power? Because it's not aging. It's like Luffy, where you think it's one fruit, but it's actually something else. So, is she like another version of the Nika fruit or something?
I almost
Some
wonder if
other god?
like I wonder if it's almost like the multiverse, where she can age herself up into like a different alternate reality of what she might be or something, because she called it distorted future. So, but it landed as if it was a giant punch. So it wasn't.
Exactly, it was real.
It was a real punch with a real giant fist.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, her age fruit is quite an enigma. I look forward to finding out the full explanation of what her power is and how it works and what the extent of it is, because that's interesting.
And if her idea of a Nika punch was a big gorilla arm or whatever, how has she not been absolutely stalking Luffy?
Yeah.
Everyone knows what he can do. Everyone's
Yeah.
talked about his powers and stuff like that. And other than on Sabaody or Shibondi or however the heck you say it, she's not even seen him until now. So, and even now, she didn't like fangirl out, call him Nika,
Yeah.
none of that. Like,
Right.
she doesn't seem to think he has anything to do with anything. But, like, that's exactly what Luffy does. She's basically trying to fight the same way Luffy does.
Yeah, so when we go back into the present and she actually gets to see him fight,
Yeah.
that's going to be interesting. Because he's going to use, like,
Yeah.
he's going to use muscle. He'll use giant. He'll use gear third punches.
Mm-hmm.
He'll, like, do the whole gambit of stuff. And she's going to look and be like,
Nika.
that's the distorted future I was doing.
Uh-huh.
And then she'll be near Vegapunk. And Vegapunk will be like, the warrior of liberation, or, look at Nika fight, isn't it beautiful kind of thing, like he was doing on the screen that one
Yeah,
day.
like when she finds out, she's totally gonna fangirl.
She will, yeah. I would not be surprised. Like, I think we already have the amount of crew that he wanted, but I would not be surprised if Bonnie ended up joining the Straw Hats.
Yeah, because it does seem like she's sort of a fake captain.
I mean,
Because her
yeah.
crew is actually the guys that raised her. I recognize them now.
Yeah.
And her ship is actually their ship because she's a kid. So of course she doesn't have a real pirate crew. She has people who love her and are loyal to her, but it's not the same as like a true pirate crew. She has power, so, she can fight. We've seen that now, but I don't know. I don't see her as like, no, I have to be a captain. Like,
No,
you never know. Maybe
she
Bonnie
didn't have the
be.
aspiration to be a pirate captain. She had the aspiration to go out to sea to find Kuma.
Yeah.
And she needed a crew to do that.
Yeah.
But after she got captured by Blackbeard, I'm guessing either her crew got wiped out and killed because they weren't powerful people. They were just people trying to help her.
Yep.
Or they were spared, and then after she got free, she basically said, "Look, this is getting too dangerous for you guys.
Go home.
I can handle this now. Go back."
Yeah, go home where I know you're safe so I don't have to worry about you. I bet that would be kind of the case with her followers.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, she was all alone at Egghead. No crew.
Yeah.
And also, it's not like she was sailing on that pizza ship anymore either. So.
True. I hope at some point the letters make their way to her.
Well, we saw her rip them up.
Well, we saw her rip up the one, but
she had the whole stack of them, though.
Yeah.
And she just kind of went, rah! So I think she ripped them all up, and then we saw her extra rip up that last one.
Gotcha. I thought I just saw her do the one.
No, I'm pretty sure she torched all of them. Well, not torched, that would imply fire, but you know what I mean.
Ripped them all up, yeah.
She got rid of all of them. So, yeah, I like how that went, sneaking out as Connie, just like we said. Maybe that's what you guys were referring to in the comments when you said you're really close.
Uh-huh. I just had a feeling, ever since they introduced Connie, I was like, that looks just like old Bonnie.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, that's going to be an escape strategy.
Yeah, she can't waste that. She looks way too much like her.
Yeah,
so.
And that worked out. I love that.
I'm
Bonnie Daya, or whatever she said. Bonnie does it.
And then just that smile, like,
and she's like shaking, like.
Oh.
That was great.
Connie is the MVP for Bonnie this episode.
Yep. So, given the trajectory so far, I have a feeling we have one more big cry moment coming up.
Yeah, this one, it brought a few tears to my eyes because it was sad that, he was writing these letters because he loves Bonnie and she wasn't getting them. So that really struck my heart.
Yeah, that hurts.
That got me a little bit, but I only teared up a little bit. It wasn't true crying. I didn't cry. I just teared up. So, I don't know. The big cry is probably on the way.
Well, because you know what's going to happen, right?
She's gonna find him and he won't have his emotion anymore.
Yeah. My guess is we're probably going to see the Straw Hats getting vacationed by Kuma in Sabaody.
Yeah, I think
from her perspective.
That was when he had, like, the last... He said that that was the last of himself.
Yeah. But she's going to see that. She's going to be my guess is she's going to run towards it because she's finally going to find her father. And as soon as he finishes blasting them away, he's going to blast himself away. And then...
She'll be standing there and he'll be gone.
Yep. And then later on, whether it be No, it won't be. It'll be after the time skip. We'll find that she once again finds Kuma and tries to talk to him, but by then he's gone. And just, like, she tries talking to him and nothing even registers.
And it's so sad, too. I don't want to cry. See, what got me is when he said he was pouring a year's worth of emotion into his letters to her because he wanted her to know how much he loved her.
Yeah.
And she was deprived of that. So if she finds him again, like even now, her heart's just broken. Because to her, it's like her dad just disappeared.
Yep. And it's interesting now that I think about it. You gonna be okay over there?
No! It's sad, dang it! Oh.
Now that I think about it, we don't have to worry about her ever finding the letters, even broken up, because she's gone through his memories, so she probably watched him write the letters now.
Well, that's why she came out, and even though she was crying, she smiled.
Yeah.
It was like she finally got to know her dad didn't lie to her. Her dad loved her. Like, she wasn't abandoned.
Right. Yep.
Sad. Oh, goodness.
At this point, you're like, get back to the fighting!
I know, right? I just need to, like, not cry.
Where's the happy-go-lucky
Luffy?
Luffy? Yeah.
I still count this as just tearing up, dang it. It's not crying.
Nope, you can still talk. You're not crying yet.
Yes.
Yep. You're weepy. But you're not fully gone.
Oh. Okay. Some things are just hard to say.
Yeah. And then we learn that Dragon has been keeping an eye on Luffy for a long time.
He's not quite the deadbeat dad he seemed.
No.
It was really, as we suspected, he's protecting Luffy and also protecting the Revolutionary Army because he's the leader of it.
Yeah.
And he knows that if someone were to try to do something to Luffy and say, unless you do this, we kill your kid, you know. So it's protection on two different fronts. It protects his son, but it also protects his project in the Revolutionary Army.
Mm-hmm.
So
it gives a little more weight too. I don't remember when it happened, but I believe there's a moment where Dragon reads in the newspaper of some exploit that Luffy did, and he looks out at the sea at Baltigo, and he's like, if this is the way you've chosen to live your life, then go at it full steam or something like that.
Yep.
My guess is like it was that
sort
moment.
Of a proud papa moment.
It was like that moment where he realized, I don't have to like protect you anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you've got this now on your own. You've chosen your path. You've made yourself known. You've put yourself in danger. It's not me that's doing it. And now I get to just watch you grow and get stronger.
Finally, stopped the protection, I guess you could say. Let him leave the nest for real.
Or he didn't necessarily have to like keep the secret anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, people now know that he's related to Dragon, and there's nothing you can do about that now.
But thankfully, by the time people found out, Luffy was strong enough to protect himself from most threats.
Yeah.
Not all, because, you know, he lost Ace, and he lost his crew for a little while there. Like, he's been through it, but he came out much stronger for it.
Yeah. I found it absolutely incredible. Such a cool callback that Luffy is practicing on a rock, and he practices battle axe, and he's like, I'm going to use this to finish off an enemy when a crew member of mine is in trouble. And I immediately started scanning in my brain, like, who is he defeated with Arlong?
Yeah, I didn't immediately catch it until you said that, and I was like, holy cow, his RP is correct. He made it real life.
Yeah.
RP became RL.
Yeah. So the fact that we saw him practicing, he like really perfected that move, and then he was super excited to use it against an enemy that he needed to protect someone from. And then, you think back to, this room can't exist. This room she doesn't want to be in. And then he uses battle axe to end it.
Yep. Just
like, that was to me, that wasn't quite as much of a as like the Laboon reveal, but it was still just like you immediately like feel it right here. Just that's amazing. That's so
nice
good.
callback.
That is so good. And then the fact that Kuma was watching him.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And it just lends more credence because he did find out there that Luffy was Dragon's son. Although they didn't talk in detail about it, he knows now because that
Yep.
was pretty irrefutable. And then he goes to Sabaody to save Luffy and his crew from suffering a fate of death.
After
And
first testing them in Thriller Bark.
yeah. Well, yeah, he was testing the crew, I think, to determine loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, like, he also determined, I think, at that point that Luffy and crew were too weak for what was coming. So he sent them away and was like, you need to get stronger. And they
Yeah.
all luckily realized that.
Yeah. But it felt like a good moment of like, okay, he's watching him at 16 years old destroying rocks with his rubber leg.
Yep.
So he's got the power. And then Thriller Bark was more of like a, okay, what kind of man is he though?
Yep.
Does he inspire his crew through his joyfulness and his leadership?
Mm-hmm.
And then he found out that yes, like everybody was willing to just sacrifice themselves for him, despite having their own dreams.
Yeah.
And then he sees them again in Sabaody, and it's like an overwhelming force against him when he wasn't ready for it yet. And he's like, I can't let this flame burn out. Like,
Yeah.
I have to save them. And it's
Just a whole bunch of things. The fact that his dragon's son and crew, the fact that he knows, like he sees something in Luffy, got some potential, and found that the crew was loyal to him and seemed like they're all good people. So yeah, steps in with the last bit of his humanity and saves the Straw Hats.
Yep.
Saint Kuma.
Saint Kuma.
And not in the Celestial Dragon kind of way.
And what's
He's just
interesting,
so good.
it almost, like, thinking back on it, it almost feels like he sent the Straw Hats away in, like, order of weakness. Because, like, Zoro was heavily injured and he sent him away first. Sanji came fairly soon after and his leg was all busted up. And then,
Yeah, maybe.
like, Brook just kind of stood in the way, so I don't know about that one. But then,
It could have been in order of possible target and also proximity.
Yeah.
Like, the strongest would obviously be the first targets. Because you want to take out the strong ones so that the weak ones just sit there and feel hopeless and
cower,
die.
yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Well, it's really cool. Like, I was kind of hoping we'd hear like his inner monologue going, could this be?
I don't know that he thinks anything about Nika at this point.
But the fact that you see a guy in front of you using rubber attacks, like, the thought would at least probably have crossed his mind. Like, is it possible?
I don't know that, like, rubber attacks are specifically Nika, you know? Like,
Didn't they say it when Bonnie was thinking back to what Nika would do? It said, we hear Kuma's voice saying he had the properties of rubber.
Did he?
And he fought as he fancied.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's what the world government guy said too.
Okay.
Anybody who knows about Nika knows that his body had the exact properties of rubber and he fought as he fancied. We've heard those two descriptors multiple times now. So,
well, your memory is better than mine.
Yeah. So, in my mind, if Kuma is as much of a, like, you know, fanboy of Nika as he is, you know, doing the Nika dance, all this kind of stuff, he would know that he was rubber. So you see this kid full of life using rubber attacks.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't cross your mind that, okay, this could be Nika, like, there should be that little thought going in your head, like
at least he could be like Nika.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I have a feeling at some point along the journey, at first he was just watching out for the boy because it was Dragon's son. But somewhere along the way, he started going,
maybe
wait
there's
a second.
something special
He
here.
defended the Bratier restaurant. He took down Arlong. He's taken down Crocodile and like freed the kingdom of tyranny.
Yeah.
He's done this. He went to Ennie's lobby and he busted it up and defeated. What the heck is this guy doing? Could it actually possibly be that Nika is back. I would love to see that, you know.
Maybe.
But that's going to be interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait for Bonnie and hopefully in the near future Kuma to see Luffy for who he actually is and be like, oh my god.
Yeah, they need to see him in his Gear 5th form because, and hopefully, like, with the sun at his back, too.
Yeah.
Like, have that moment of, it's Nika.
That would be incredible.
Especially, you know, with them having Nika as their ultimate hero. Like, that would be a really nice moment.
Yeah, and it's like that favorite bedtime story that they tell each other over and over, and they do the little dance when they're celebrating and stuff. So it's like, man, if any two people on this planet were going to get super excited to see Nika, it should be those two.
Yeah. So I would love to see that moment.
Especially Bonnie, since she's still technically a child. Like, that would be like finding out that, you know, like, that would be like seeing Santa Claus come down the chimney. Like, oh my god.
Or like suddenly Superman shows up in front of you.
Yeah.
And he's real and he can fly and he's nice and friendly and like he's everything you ever dreamed Superman could be, and there he is.
Yeah. Yeah. So, So yeah, I think we're gonna start to see Kuma and Bonnie's journeys kind of overlap a little with the Straw Hats and kind of do like a this thing.
Yeah, because
in the
she
last
was
episode.
at Sabaody.
Yeah, she's at Sabaody. That's the first time they met, I think. Or they may not have actually met, but they crossed paths.
Yeah, they
a
were
little
they
bit.
were there at the same time.
Yeah.
Unlike Law and Kid, who actually met Luffy there, she was elsewhere.
Yeah.
Probably trying to keep a low profile.
But we'll probably see her at some point watch like Luffy and Zoro run by.
She did save Zoro.
Oh, you're right. She did save Zoro.
So she met Zoro.
Yep.
Just not Luffy.
Yep. And by then, of course, she's going to know that Zoro is part of his crew.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So
The
yeah.
thing I'm interested in seeing when we come back to the present, though, is do we actually get to save Kuma? I'm worried that they're gonna manage to kill him before Bonnie can save him.
Yeah. He's not in a good spot right now.
No, he's stupidly trying to get back to Marijoy. I think because he truly believes it's the only way to ensure that Bonnie is safe, but these jerks are not keeping their word anymore, so
And they never
your
have.
fight is pointless at this point.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know
He
that.
doesn't know that. Yep. But now you're in the deepest part of enemy territory.
Yeah.
You're like in the fortress of enemy territory, and you've got arguably the toughest admiral staring you down.
It was a bit of a miracle that Sabo got him out to start with.
Yeah.
The fact that they got him all the way out into the Ivankov's island, name I never remember, is just a freaking miracle. The only way he might escape is if he paws himself away.
True. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's always got that option.
Yeah.
He's
If
pretty
he's
busted
willing
up,
to
but-
paw himself away, he could probably save himself. But it would mean that he would have to get the news that Bonnie is okay, and at this point, I would say probably being watched over by Luffy, you know, like, if he would need that information to know that he can get out of there and Bonnie is not going to be harmed for
Right,
it.
so how do you get that info to him?
Yeah.
How would he
News
find that
coup
out?
would be very slow. Like, you need almost an instantaneous transfer of knowledge unless Vegapunk has some secret way or a super long range Dendenmushi. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
That'd
know
be
how.
interesting if he has some kind of internal communication device just for Kuma.
Oh yeah, like
For-
maybe he implanted a type of Dendenmushi
Some kind of
directly in his head.
long range satellite phone in his brain or something. Where he can contact him and be like, Kuma, where are you?
Yeah. Bonnie's safe. I don't know where you are, but come here.
And it'd be really cool if he had a backdoor trigger in Kuma's brain
Mhm.
that overrides all other
Everything.
programming and says, return to Egghead right now
Yeah.
to get your memories back.
Yeah. That's what we really need.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I mean, honestly, who could have stopped him? no one else has the scientific knowledge that Vegapunk has. So
No.
it's like, if he wanted to install that kind of backdoor in Kuma, then who's to stop him? Who's to even know he did it?
The only reason I don't think that's the case is because he probably would have activated that by now. Because
Maybe
now
not.
they're trying to.
I mean, up till now, he didn't. I mean, he did know Bonnie was here, but she hasn't been in danger until now.
No, but they're trying to escape Egghead.
Well, that's true.
So they're trying to abandon it. So why would you call him as you're leaving? Come back to Egghead.
To come here where it's
like it's already a danger war zone now.
Yeah.
Like he should have called it. If it was a thing, he would have called it a long time ago.
Hmm.
Especially when Bonnie arrived. Like, Bonnie, I didn't kill your dad. In fact, let me call him right now. He'll come back.
True.
You know? So it's not a thing, I don't think. But it's a nice thought.
That would be good, though. It would be helpful.
Yeah.
Useful.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to resolve Kuma. Like, right now, I see no way to do it. That doesn't mean they can't throw one in.
No.
And I'm looking forward to finding one.
I just don't know that he's... I don't know that he's ever going to be anything but a tragic character from start to finish.
Oh, I hope not.
I know. I hope he gets a happy ending. But I could see Oda being like, nope, this is going to be one of those characters that you just think at night. As you're trying to go to sleep, you just think about Kuma's life or something, you know? Like,
it'd be like Ace. Tragic character. Just...
I mean...
becomes one of your favorite people just to be killed.
Yeah, but, I mean, he's tragic, but also, like, he got to grow up with Luffy and Sabo, so he had a fun childhood. He got to go out and be the pirate that he wanted to be.
Yeah.
He then met up with Whitebeard and became part of a cool crew. Like, he had a good life.
Kuma had a part of a good life, too.
Yeah,
Once they got away and they started the Revolutionary Army and all that, like, his time with Ginny was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. That was, like, the one good shining part of his life. But
yeah, this time with Ginny, and then his time with the Revolutionary Army, and then... sad as it was, his time with Bonnie, you know, like, he wouldn't trade that for the world, obviously. And so he definitely has had his ups. He's had more downs, but he's had his ups that are worth counting.
Yeah, but he's definitely like 85% downs and 15% ups, whereas Ace was more like 85% ups and 15% downs.
Yeah.
So.
But the down was really down, is dead.
Well, yeah. But, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what this last episode is going to be, and then, I'm also very much looking forward to returning to the present, because I just really want to see what happens with Saturn.
Yeah, because it does seem like this should wrap up in one more episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess 2 at most, but I'm hoping one more episode for this, then we flash back to the present and do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I am really curious how they're going to either defeat or get away from Saturn.
Yeah.
That seems like a tall order.
I'd like to see, in the next episode, past the time skip, when he hands the Sunny back to Frankie, and then walks off. I want to know where he goes. Does he just port himself back up to Marijoy, and that's how they got him back as like a slave? Or did something else happen there? But I want to know. I want to see, you know, how he got to where he is.
My guess is just willingly went back to where he was supposed to. It's kind of like we saw him occasionally helping the Revolutionary Army, but he wouldn't say anything to them. He would just walk away. The same way he did after he gave the Sunny back.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's definitely becoming cold and programmed now. I do wonder if Vegapunk ever actually completely finished the process. Because he said, I'm going to make sure you have a minimum amount of will until I'm done.
Yeah.
But it seems like even today...
He's fighting to get back to Marijoy now. And he seems to be doing it with desperation. Like he has to get back there no matter what.
Yeah.
It could be a directive, but I think it's still Kuma. That last little piece of Kuma that's left in there.
Because if there was nothing, he would just robotically make his way back.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be the desperation thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're right. Like, he's he's being super frantic about it, not
Mhm.
just like I have to go back to
And
Mary Joy.
reckless too. Like
Yeah,
he's not being careful and he's not being calm and submissive about it. He's being like frantic, get out of my way, don't care what obstacles there are, I'm going to charge through everything. I just have to get to where I'm going.
yeah,
No matter what. Like no, that he feels like there's that last little piece of him still there.
yeah. So I don't think Vegapunk ever truly got rid of all of his
No.
will. There's a little left.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can save the rest of it.
I hope so. Hopefully that was part of what Vegapunk had to collect up before leaving was Kuma.
Yeah.
The essence of Kuma.
And it'd be really nice if like Luffy somehow defeats Saturn and causes Borsalino to lose the will to fight, either because he's gonna change sides and side with Vegapunk and Bonnie, or just that he gets
keep out of
defeated
it.
and stays out of it, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever. But it would be cool if they don't have to like frantically escape the island anymore because the threat has been neutralized.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, you know, Bonnie and Kuma can reunite or something. But
I hope so. We'll see.
yeah, lot to think about. So,
But if you liked all of our talk this week, make sure you hit the like button and smash the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our videos that are coming up.
That's right. And if you enjoy this content and like to support us in some kind of way, we have a number of different ways you could do it. We have a merch shop that we'll be adding to as soon as she's back on her feet and well again.
Getting close.
If you shop on Amazon, TCGPlayer, or eBay, and you want to, or you're going to be making a purchase soon and you want to support us, you can click through the link either in the description or using our QR code. And when you make that purchase, it'll give us a little commission. So that helps us out without you having to spend an extra dime that you were going to spend anyway. And then we also have a Discord server. So come join us, hang out. We talk about the anime. We talk about the card game. And if you're into the card game, we let each other know when product becomes available at various stores. So it's a good way to find it because sometimes it's not very easy to find. So yeah, links in the description. If you choose to help us out, thank you very much. And with that, I'm Mike.
Tasha.
And we're Billion Beri. And if you'd like to see more reactions, you can check them out here. And if you want to see our AMV called Hero with an asterisk, check it out over there. See you next time.
Bye, guys.